So the first time I came here, I was in a wheelchair and using a walker.
He could not walk, he was total care. The night terrors, they said with the neurological accident that he had July 4th, it multiplied his PTSD 100 times.
My son, Bodie, was born with a congenital heart defect, and we took him in for open heart surgery when he was 6 months old. His initial surgery was not successful, and he had what I can only describe as a medical pileup of a recovery, including 5 cardiac arrests. During one of those cardiac arrests, he suffered an anoxic brain injury during CPR. And the anoxic brain injury wiped out every skill he's ever had.
I have 12 kids in my class with different disabilities and abilities. We work on occupational therapy, we work on physical therapy, cognitive abilities.
My name is Lauren Day, and I work at the ranch at Dovetree with the collegiate population treating chemical dependency, and I also work with eating disorders. The kids that I work with, and I say kids because they're kids, their prognosis normally isn't that great. These kids are just normal kids. They're good kids. They're good people that have just got caught up, that have had some experiences that were just too much for them to deal with, and so they tried to find another way.
I work with anyone affected by sexual assault, as well as victims of the commercial sex industry, or trafficking is what most people call it. And what we know is that victims of sex trafficking, that they have a history of sexual abuse. 85% of them were first sexually abused in their homes. Lubbock has one of the highest rates of confirmed sexual abuse in the area.
We work with a lot of kids that come from abused or neglected homes. They just kind of open up out here, and with our boys, you know, because it's not safe for boys to talk about their feelings, they come out here and they talk about the horses' feelings. So we get to see what's really going on with them, even that it's projected onto the horses.
So we found that sometimes whenever they get to a place that they may be stuck, that traditional therapy isn't working, that the community isn't impacting them enough, the group that we're not able to move them, that there's something about doing equine therapy that has helped them kind of have an aha moment to realize what's really going on.
I'm an addictions therapist, and addicts manipulate. That is what they're good at. They probably wouldn't be alive or a good addict if they weren't professional manipulators. And when that client found that she could not manipulate that horse, it changed her therapy. It changed her paradigm of what was happening between her and the horse, her and the therapist, and her and herself.
The one girl in the group particularly, it was as though her aura light just began to shine. I mean, she literally began running around the arena. Like, I got it, like I finally got it. And now, I mean, for the first time in 10 years, she doesn't live in constant fear.
He tells major things that he will not tell anybody else, and that helps him cope with Vietnam.
If it wasn't for the therapy that I'm going through with Major, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now.
Our schedule has been Tuesday at 2 o'clock with Major. That night, we both sleep. That day, y'all have given me back my husband.
What we found over this last almost year that he's been in hippotherapy is that the dynamic surface of being on a horse, his horse is Hollywood, he rides Hollywood every time, and the dynamic surface simulates walking, and it has strengthened his core and his head more than any other therapy that he is in, and he has 12 therapy sessions a week.
I honestly don't believe that Kobe would be walking, and I don't believe that he would be looking at me when I call his name, and I think that it has made a world of difference in his life. And for Micah, just having that extra bit of physical therapy on the horse, because it is very physical, so I don't think that she would be walking nearly as well either.
It's something I would invest all I had in. The payoff on my investment, you can't, it's irreplaceable. You can't put a price on that.
It is worth $1 million of what y'all have done for him. But he's the total opposite on Tuesdays. I wish every day was Tuesday.